This is Marsha Stonehill. I bring to you more than 20 years of experience as a psychiatric nurse practitioner and a clinical nurse specialist. I've had the privilege of working with many people that come from many different walks of life. From these experiences, I've also authored a book titled Melt the Ice, which is also the name of my practice. That name comes from a quote, "Sometimes it takes the sun a long time to melt the ice so things can come to the surface." Often when people are dealing with mental health symptoms, it's not always straightforward. Of course, there are biological and genetic components, but there are also the experiences and conditioning that we've experienced in our life that contributes to our mental health stability. At Melt the Ice, we focus on helping you to tease through, sort through, and uncover all of these components so that you can find the best solutions that work for you. We believe that you will find happiness, peace, contentment, and serenity again as you develop your security and confidence and find, the solutions that work for you. The book Melt the Ice was written because throughout the years as I've met with people, I have found that there are many people who are very highly sensitive, otherwise known sometimes as being highly empathic. In this regard, it's important to learn how to embrace and appreciate that aspect of a person's experience, as it is often very misunderstood and it can become quite burdensome to those who experience it. The book Melt the Ice likes to break us down into 4 simplistic parts: ego, emotion, mind, and spirit zones. Even though these aspects of ourselves are not simplistic, the explanations in the book are meant to be simplistic to bring greater understanding and a sense of control and awareness of these aspects to the reader. As suggested earlier, each of us can learn how to respond to life from the power that dwells inside of us rather than falling into the conditioning this body and existence creates. That only happens with a lot of determination, persistence, and commitment. No matter our age, we can get past conditioning or beliefs that limit us. It is critical to look at life from a different perspective, to look at our experiences from different perspectives. There are societal norms and expectations which we all fall into that may not serve us well and may not align with who we are. And the challenge for all of us is learning how to respond to life from that position of spirit zone rather than simply from our ego, emotions, or how our ego and emotions influence our thoughts, or how our thoughts influence our ego and our emotions. Oftentimes, mental health symptoms can make it hard to hear that spirit zone part of yourself, or not listening to that spirit zone part of yourself contributes to having mental health symptoms. It can go both ways. In our complexity, and because we do have biological, genetic, spiritual components to our existence and many experiences that influence our behavior, it is critical to gather all the tools necessary to succeed in life. One of those tools I like to teach as well is called meditation. And the meditation that is available on my website is specifically for those who are more highly empathic and highly sensitive. Oftentimes people misunderstand meditation as something that they're supposed to immediately experience, an escape from their problems and their thoughts in this existence. And the reality is that oftentimes that is not the case because we're not disciplined in that way. The meditations I offer are there to help clear your mind and clear the energy aspect of your experiences so that you can have more clarity and greater ability to hear that intuitive part of yourself that helps you to know what direction to take. Another aspect of Melt the Ice is to be a social change advocate. I like to advocate for individuals, families, groups, and communities. Everyone matters. Life is a learning journey, and it's through acceptance of our differences that the journey becomes all the more beautiful. Each of us has very different experiences that influence what we hear and how we say things. In order for us to be able to be instruments of change, social change, we need to be responsible for listening to the reactions that arise inside of ourselves as we listen to someone else's perspective, and instead of responding or reacting from what has arisen inside of us, learning how to be attentive to that and then creating a response rather than a reaction. I have not met one person who isn't longing for happiness, peace, confidence, respect, understanding, compassion, and grace, no matter their background, no matter who they are. In an effort to raise awareness about our differences and the beauty of our differences, Melt the Ice sponsors a podcast program called Operation F.L.O.W. F.L.O.W. stands for Fortitude, Leadership, Opportunity, and Wisdom. The hope is, as listeners listen to these stories that people reflect, that it will give them the opportunity to think from a different perspective and be awakened to the realities of what people experience and how they overcome those experiences. At Melt the Ice, we do provide psychiatric services that does include diagnosis, prescribing of medication if necessary, and integrating many coping tools that help lead a person into success in their lives. We are a program that has a special awareness for those who are more sensitive and highly empathic. And we are a program that embraces being an advocate for social change and acceptance. Mental health matters for all. It is through compassion and growing in our own understanding that we can be powerful. Being powerful does not mean being aggressive. For more information about Melt the Ice and services that we offer, please feel free to contact us. Thank you.